Hello there, welcome to my views and news. Another video for you about ongoing Ethiopia Somalia tensions. We're waiting for a message from Somalia's president, who's the main man, the most powerful man in Somalia is Hassan Sheikh, and just a few hours ago he spoke. The message from Hassan Sheikh is a warning, a threat. uh, I think appropriate word is warning. Warning from Hassan Sheikh to Ethiopia. He talked about past Ethiopian intervention into Somalia as well. What did he say? Details for you in this video. Secondly, how many criminals are operating in Addis Ababa, Ethiopian capital? Who is being arrested? Thousands are being arrested. A few days ago, 1,000 arrests were confirmed by the government and 5,000 confirmed yesterday. Who are these arrested people? Are people being arrested on the basis of their ethnicity, or there is a widespread presence of criminal elements in the capital city? Firstly, viewers, Hassan Sheikh has broken his silence since last night. We have been waiting for the president of Somalia to speak because yesterday Ethiopia and Somaliland signed a memorandum of understanding, according to which Ethiopia will have access to the sea through Somaliland. It will establish a military base too in Somaliland, while land will get recognition from Ethiopia and shares in Ethiopian Airlines. And since last night, we have been hearing from Somali activists, journalists. Some ministers spoke as well. Earlier today, a meeting of Somalia's cabinet was held. Hamza Abdi Bare chaired the meeting. After that, we saw that Somalia's ambassador to Ethiopia was recalled for consultations. Diplomatic tensions rising. We are waiting for Hassan Sheikh, the president, to speak. He is the man who is in charge in Somalia. And just a few hours ago, Hassan Sheikh spoke. He is warning Ethiopia. What did he say? Let me read his what he said. I want to read it, quote unquote. He said, as a government, we have rejected and condemned the illegal infringement of Ethiopia into our sovereignty and territorial integrity yesterday. Not an inch of Somalia can or will be signed away by anybody. Somalia belongs to Somali people. This is final. This is what Hassan Sheikh said. He talked about Al-Shabaab too, but I'll speak on that a little later. Here, in the first part of his speech, he is issuing a very strong warning to Ethiopian government, saying what the two agreed in Addis Ababa yesterday is a violation of Somalia's territorial integrity and sovereignty. It will not happen. Somalia will not allow that to happen. This is final. Last words are very menacing. This is final. It means Somalia will resort to all measures to prevent an agreement between Ethiopia and Somaliland. Hassan Sheikh, by the way, has been under pressure since last night. We have been seeing statements from Somalia's opposition politicians like Abdullah Farmajo, Hassan Ali Khaire, Roble, and Sharif Sheikh. All have issued statements asking Hassan Sheikh to take a strong position. Farmajo asked Hassan Sheikh to take a strong public position to protect Somalia's territorial integrity and sovereignty. So Hassan Sheikh was under pressure. He was not left with any option but to lash out at Ethiopia. That is what he did. Secondly, he talked about Al-Shabaab. By the way, Al-Shabaab has also rejected Somaliland, Ethiopia Memorandum of Understanding. Ali Dhire, Al-Shabaab spokesperson, has released an audio message condemning the deal, saying it's illegal. Al-Shabaab will fight. Al-Shabaab will not accept this Memorandum of Understanding. Hassan Sheikh accused Meles Zenawi of TPL. He said, Meles Zenawi's intervention in Somalia led to the birth of Al Shabaab. Very interesting position taken by Hassan Sheikh. And the MOU signed, this new move from Ethiopian Prime Minister will create new opportunity for Al Shabaab. He means to say that Al Shabaab will find recruits easily. Al Shabaab will use it as a propaganda point that Somalia is being annexed by Ethiopia. And Al Shabaab has been propagating this narrative for years. Al Shabaab will double down on its narrative, and it will find more public support. This MOU is going to lead to increase in extremism, not only in Somalia but in the region. Now, let me just make a few points. I'll speak in detail on this development in tonight's live chat after a few hours. So don't forget to join. But here I want to make a few points only. Firstly, Hassan Sheikh said almost nothing about Musibe Abdi. I mean, the MOU was signed by two parties, Ethiopia and Somaliland. While Land did not sign this MOU at gunpoint. It's not that Somaliland under duress signed this MOU. No. There are celebrations in Somaliland. Somaliland government officials say it's a game changer. MOU is a game changer. So why is that Somalia is just criticizing Ethiopian government? Why is that Musibe Abdi is not being criticized and condemned? The two have signed the MOU, not just Ethiopia, but all the statements from Somalia's government officials, politicians, opposition politicians are directed at Ethiopia, as if Ethiopia is the culprit, while we know that the two, Ethiopia and Somaliland, signed the MOU. Maybe Somalia does not want the peace process to collapse, which resumed between Somalia and Somaliland just a few days ago. But if you blame just one party, it means that you're not fair in your assessment. Firstly. Secondly, Al-Shabaab already has rejected the deal. Government is rejecting the deal as well. But how far will government go in stopping, in preventing the deal? If government does not do anything, if government just issues statements, Somalia's government, if it just issues statements, does not take practical measures, Al-Shabaab will definitely use it as a propaganda point. Al-Shabaab would say that Somalia's government is hand in glove with Ethiopia. It is just issuing statements. It does not want to take action. So Hassan Sheikh government is in a difficult position. It will have to do something. Otherwise, internally, opposition parties, Al-Shabaab, they'll build pressure upon Hassan Sheikh's government. Let's see how Hassan Sheikh handles this challenge. It's a big challenge. People say, Sajid, nothing will happen. Somalia has been issuing statements. When it issues statements when Somaliland signed an MOU with the UAE. Nothing happened. UAE built Berbera and Somalia just did nothing. Nothing will happen. But here, Somalia's government is under pressure from opposition parties, from Al-Shabaab. And if there is any regional backing, maybe Somalia will consider taking action. And Hassan Sheikh, I think, implied a little. He said, Somalia is better today than yesterday. What did he mean? I think he's saying that in the past, Ethiopia intervened in Somalia. Back then, Somalia was weak, but now Somalia is not weak. It will retaliate. So Hassan Sheikh's speech is a threat of warning to Ethiopia. Just to Ethiopia, not to Somaliland. That is what is surprising. Some viewers commented, they say, Sajid, you're anti-Somalia. I have not covered Somalia in detail, but why do people say I'm anti-Somalia? I am anti-TPLF these days. I am anti Fano, I am anti Ola, and sometimes I am pro TPLF, pro Fano, pro Ola, pro Eritrea, anti Eritrea, and now I am anti Somalia. I express my views freely without any bias. I have no intention of undermining Somalia, but Somalia is a fractured country. It needs lots of work to be united, and the issue can be resolved at the table. Threats, warnings won't work, I think. Somaliland, Ethiopia can resolve this issue. Ethiopia needs access to a port. Ethiopia ready to give shares in its lucrative entities. If UAE can have control over Berbera, why can't Ethiopia has access to the sea? Yes, Somalia should be taken on board. I agree that Ethiopia should take Somalia on board. If Somalia decides to take military action to stop this move, what will happen? I'll speak on that in this in today's live chat. Secondly, viewers, how many criminals are operating in Addis Ababa, Ethiopian capital? Thousands are being arrested. Addis Ababa police is confirming these arrests without showing the identity of arrested people. A few days ago, we heard from Addis Ababa police confirming more than 1,000 arrests. Arrested people, including several Eritreans, were involved in criminal activities, according to the police. Now, arrests of 5,000 criminals is being reported. Last night, Addis Ababa police held a press briefing saying that in the security operation conducted in the capital city, more than 5,000 criminals have been arrested who are involved in criminal activities, robberies, arms trafficking, etc. And the police said that some police officials have also been arrested who have been working in collusion with these criminal elements. My question is, how many criminals are operating in the capital city? 6,000 arrested in just 2 weeks. Some people say that under the guise of these operations against criminals, people are being arrested on the basis of their ethnicity, on the basis of their nationality. Some Eritreans are being arrested, Amharas are being arrested. That is why we say that Ethiopian government, Addis Ababa government, should make the identities of arrested people public. Numerous organizations should be given access to the places where these arrested people are being kept. But Human Rights Commission of Ethiopia issued a statement yesterday saying that it is not being given access by the government to these places. So something is not right in the capital city, by the way, where new movements are emerging. A few days ago, we heard from Addis Ababa Social Movement, a newly formed group, which has displayed some banners and distributed flyers in support of Fano. And after that, we saw campaign of arrests. Government is trying to identify elements supportive of Fano in capital city, and Eritreans suspected of having links with criminal elements are also being identified reportedly. It's not that entire operation is against criminal elements. Thank you for watching.